Greetings, my Israelite brothers and sisters, heirs, joint heirs, adopted, grafted, natural, spiritual, however you may come. I'm just cleaning. About 6:40 here in South Florida. The sun is still up, but we're on our way to the congregation because at 7:15 we're offering complimentary appetizers to our members because they're traveling, expressway. So some people are getting ready, but they may not have time to eat. So this is just something we're doing. We're providing them a complimentary snacks, appetizers before we go into our Passover service. So the reason why I brought this back was I called it part two because I read some of the comments and people had some very good questions. And so I wanted to respond to those questions regarding the timeline. So to the 19th, Friday, is the 14th day of Abib. Tonight, when the sun goes down, it starts the 14th day of Abib. So this is in particular to a question that someone says that maybe perhaps they might have been a little confused. How you doing, Reginald? Because they did not know whether Passover was Saturday or tomorrow. Passover is tomorrow, but it starts when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down, it starts a new day, not 12 o'clock midnight. So tonight, what I gave you was the timeline of the Messiah when he was with his disciples. Tonight, he sat down with them and he was having supper. And what he told them, with desire, I have desired to eat this Passover with you. And so he says, what I do now, you don't understand, but you know hereafter. And that's because tomorrow, he is the Passover lamb. He is the crucified lamb. He is the sacrificed lamb. And according to Exodus, you kill the lamb on the 14th day at even. You get it on the 10th, you keep it until the 14th day, and the whole assembly should kill it in the evening. The Messiah was killed at 3 o'clock. Tomorrow, it would be the time that is equivalent to him hanging his head and yelling out with a loud voice, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, which means to my God, why hast thou forsaken me? And so that's tomorrow. But tonight, he was with his disciples and he gave them communion. He washed their feet and he gave them communion. He did that tonight. That's when he did it. And then Judas came later on, way into the midnight hours, and betrayed him with a kiss. They took him captive, and he went from hall to hall. All tomorrow morning, he would be going from hall to hall. Now, do not get this mixed up with Good Friday, okay? It just happens to be tomorrow is their Good Friday. Do not get this confused with Good Friday. It's the 14th day of Abib. So I believe tonight when I get home, I'm going to do a live YouTube, and I need to make sure you all understand that tomorrow, being the 14th day of Abib, has nothing to do with Good Friday, okay? You need to understand that. The 14th day of Abib is a fixed date. One year, it could fall on a Tuesday, it could fall on a Wednesday, it could fall on a Thursday, it can fall on a Friday, it could fall on a Saturday. It's like your birthday. Your birthday is a fixed date. And every year, it could be on any given day of the week. That's the way the 14th day of Abib is. This year, in 2019, it happens to be on April the 19th. And April the 19th this year just happens to be Good Friday. It wasn't like that last year. So don't get those confused. Now, in the year that the Messiah was crucified, Abib the 14th fell in the middle of the week. That's when it fell, in the middle of the week. So then, Pastor, is there? Yes, there's service tonight, Brother Tobiah. It starts at 8 o'clock. At 7:15, we are providing a complimentary appetizers for those that are coming and getting ready and may not have time to cook, but coming to service at 8. Service starts at 8 o'clock. That's when we're doing our communion, because Passover starts tonight at sundown. At 8 o'clock, we're having service. We'll be out by 9:30. Come on and take your communion, because it is Passover. Now, tonight, let's say today is the 13th of Abib. Tonight, when the sun goes down, is the 14th. It is the exact same time that the Messiah, great. I hope you bring your guitar. I really do. Tonight is the same night that the Messiah sit down with his disciples, and he said, take, eat, this is my body, take, drink. This cup is the blood, is the New Testament that is in my blood that is shed. So he did that tonight. Tomorrow, he would have been going from hall to hall to hall to hall, and from 12 o'clock until 3 o'clock, he was hanging, being crucified, and he died at 3. Joseph of Arimathea came to beg for the body of Christ, and they took him off before the sun went down. The reason why they did that before the sun went down, because 2 reasons. Joseph of Arimathea did not want his body on the cross when the sun went down, because he says, because they were going into the Sabbath. What Sabbath? Not the weekly Sabbath. The first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. This year, Feast of Unleavened Bread, the first day, happens to fall on the weekly Sabbath. So you have to understand, don't get this mixed with Good Friday. But now, let me keep going. In the year Christ died, it was on a Wednesday. When they came to crucify him on Tuesday, let's go back to Tuesday night. Tuesday night, he had dinner with them. All night Wednesday, they took him captive. From all day Wednesday during the day, Wednesday afternoon, he's hanging. They condemned him. They came to break the legs of the thieves. They broke their legs, but Christ was already dead. They pierced him in the side. 3 o'clock on a Wednesday in the year that he died, he was in the grave from sundown Wednesday to sundown Thursday to sundown Friday to sundown Saturday. So before the Sabbath ended, he was out of the grave. They did not discover his resurrection until the next day. So that's your 3 days and 3 nights. So tonight starts the 14th. Tomorrow is the 14th. That's when you kill the lamb. Christ did it, and he came together with his disciples. He washed their feet. He gave them communion. He says, what I do now you won't understand, but you'll understand hereafter. Why did he say that? Because they didn't know that he was going to be taking the place of the Passover lamb the next day. They had no idea. Had no idea. He said, but he did say, but you'll understand hereafter. And so that's what happened. And so he said, take, eat, this is my body. Now, what's also interesting is that listen to the message from last week, this past Sabbath. It was called the law of the sacrifice, something to that effect, how I named it. But basically what was happening from there is the fact that you have to, Christ was the priest. He is the sacrificial lamb. He is the meat offering, which is unleavened bread, and he is the drink offering, which is the vine. He's all of it. And he did, everything was present. Everything was present when he took of that. So I just wanted to share that with you. If there's enough time to after service, I may jump on and do some stuff after our Passover communion service tonight, which we start at 8 o'clock. We're at 7:15. We offered the membership, all of our congregation, to come down early and to have appetizers, have food before we start our service, because South Florida is kind of, traffic. It can take you a little while to get in. So we just had everybody come down early so they can be a part of that. Will the service be online? Let me see who asked that question. That was Drama Queen. Will the service be online? Drama Queen, I didn't consider that, but I may do that on service. I may do that. So basically, you can participate online. I may do that. I may take that into consideration tonight to put just the part where we're doing the communion. We may put that online tonight. Okay? We may do that. I know tomorrow night, when I do the lesson, tomorrow night, because we're going to be in service, so instead of doing Bible study, we are going to have that service online. But I will definitely consider to put the service online tonight because you all are our supporters, and we want to be there for those that cannot be someplace at Passover. But let me say this: if you can be at a Passover service anywhere, get there. Get there. This is most important. And it really is. It's very most important. I cannot express how important it is, because Christ says, as often as you do this, you do show his death till he comes. This is the season to do it. You cannot take communion every Sunday. I know people do it every first Sunday. You can't do that. Can't do that. Leviticus 23 says, these are the feasts of the Lord, which you shall proclaim in their seasons. So feast days are done in seasons. This is the season for Passover. So just wanted to leave that with you all. And let me just check the chat room for a minute. How you doing, Drama Queen? How you doing, Veronica? How you doing? I think that's Here to Serve. How you doing, Here to Serve? How you doing, Brother Harold? We'll be there tonight. Looking forward for you all being here tonight. We're going to be serving appetizers. Well, I see people already pulling up. So we're going to be serving appetizers at 7:15 all the way to 8 o'clock. So get you something to eat. Shalom, everyone. I'm new here, and I'm looking forward to service online tonight. This is my first Passover. Well, Here to Serve. Where are you from? Put down where you're from so I can give you a shout out tonight. Brother Tobias says he's on his way. How you doing, Sister Sandra? Brother Reginald, how you doing, my brother? So yeah, Here to Serve. Let me know where you're from so I can give you a shout out. In Maine, okay. So I'm just going to say, and I got here to serve. I don't know if it's a brother or a sister or a family. So I'll just say we got people in Maine tuning in. And Veronica, I forgot what city you're in. Can you let me know what city you're in? Drama Queen, I know where you are because we need to talk because I'm coming to Jersey. We need to schedule some things together. Okay. Uh, and then we have Pondastic Fishing. Thank you for clarifying the question of his death and great explanation with all our learning. A good understanding is the most thankful. Yes, Hattiesburg, Missouri. I think that's what MS is. Missouri. Good. So we got Maine, we got Missouri, we got New Jersey. So Veronica, I forgot what city you're in. Type that to me real quick, if you could, because I want to say hello to you from online tonight, if you could. Okay. So um, I just hope you all get the timeline. I wanted to do something on the timeline because I want you to understand the timeline. This is in the scriptures where, and I'll tell you this, and I'm going to close out Mississippi. Oh, we got Mississippi. Okay, Mississippi, not Missouri. So we got Mississippi, we got Maine, and I'm waiting for you, Veronica, just because I forgot what city you're in. Um, so, so just so you can understand, he told his disciples, they said, "Where wilt thou go that we may prepare the Passover?" This was that time period. He says, "Go, you see a man carrying a pitcher of water. Go there, tell him you have need of the upper room." That was the 13th of Abib. Right now, it's almost 7 o'clock. It's the 13th of Abib, okay? When they had supper, that's when it would be the Michigan. That's right, Michigan. Okay. Thank you, Michigan. So I got Michigan, we got Maine, we got Mississippi, and New Jersey. We're gonna be giving you all a shout out tonight. So when he told his disciples that this is the night that Judas, tonight when the sun goes down. Hello, Pastor. Oh yes, my brother. He's going up there in New York. He's going to be watching as well. Texas. Y'all know I got to write this down because I'm going to say it. We got Paul in Texas. We got brother Paul, Texas. We got brother Reggie up in New York. We got Veronica in Michigan. And we got New Jersey in the house. And we got New Jersey, and, Michigan, Mississippi, and I'm gonna get the other place in a minute. And Minneapolis. How you doing, Sheila? Minneapolis. And we got Reginald. Yeah, Reginald in Charlotte. Reginald, man, we got to talk. Send me an email at bethelhouseofgod@gmail.com. Okay, if you can do that for me. Virginia. How you doing, Virginia? That's yes. So we're gonna definitely go online tonight and do that. And we got Philadelphia. So we're definitely gonna do that tonight. And you all tune in, and we're going to be going over the timeline. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna do that tonight. And we're gonna talk about it a little bit before we do before we go into our communion. So we'll take a little bit of time to do that tonight. And so we just wanted to you all to understand. So let me just end it with this way. This is when Judas cut the deal. Judas cut the deal on the 13th. He cut the deal. He told them that it's the one that I kiss. Now, after dinner, after he gave them the communion, he was praying, and that's when Judas came down and kissed him. It was dark. It was nighttime. In fact, you read over in St. John, I believe the 13th chapter, they wanted to know who was going to betray them. Judas left out, and the Bible says some of them thought because he had the bag that he was going to go buy things that they needed for the feast, being unleavened bread. And so they didn't know why he left out, but the Messiah knew what he was doing. Drama Queen, what's your number? Oh, you're talking to Drama Queen. Okay. You all know our number is 1-833-4-Bethel. 1-833, the number 4 Bethel. Hold on to that number if y'all could. Okay. So he cut the deal. When he came down, and this is toward the midnight hours, because Jesus kept saying, can y'all stay up? Can y'all pray with me? And these brothers kept falling asleep. Well, that's when Peter cut off the man's ear. Jesus put it on. That's going to be tonight. You talking about midnight and all into the wee hours of the early morning. Then what happens is tomorrow morning, he was going from hall to hall to hall. And when he was going from hall to hall to hall, eventually he ends up on the cross, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. He's gone. Joseph took the body, put him in the grave. Now, in the year that he died, that was on a Wednesday. So we're going to go more into that tonight. You all be peace and all of that, and we'll talk soon. Veronica, y'all be careful sharing your numbers. I think well, y'all know how to get me, so you know what you need to do. Drama Queen, I need to talk to you. No, I mean, my name is Veronica. Oh, yes. Drama Queen's name is Veronica. So, we got 2 Veronicas in the house. We got Veronica from Michigan and Veronica from New Jersey. So, Drama Queen, you know what we need to talk about, because I need to get that up there. So we'll talk soon. Peace to everybody. I'm going to go get something to eat because people are pulling up, and we'll talk soon. I'll see you